Hi, I'm Becca Hendricks. I'm here at Coors Field where the Colorado Rockies play. I'm here for Real World Apps Math. Hi, I'm here with Doug Marino, and we're in the broadcast booth here at Coors Field. And I was going to ask him a little bit about how he uses math in his life every day. So tell me a little bit about yourself and about your job.
Well, my job is I'm the statistician for the Colorado Rockies television broadcasts for Root Sports. So primarily I sit up here in the booth next to the announcers. The announcers sit right here and I sit next to them over here, and I pass them little notes that help the conversation along. So if they're talking about a particular player, I've got some statistical information to pass along to them.
So you're the one that figures out basically kind of what they're able to say when it comes to, the Rockies this is their record, or this is this player's record, or...
Yep, these guys do a lot of research and they do a lot of homework beforehand. I'm there to kind of help them out and supplement, because they're talking and they're doing a lot during the game. So if they want to know the answer to a question, I'm there to help provide that answer, because they don't have the time to figure it out. They're busy talking on TV.
And so you're the numbers guy. You've got all the numbers. How do you get the numbers?
Well, I spend a few hours before every game, before I come down, and I'll show you here. Here's what I've got for today's game.
On Post-its.
On little Post-it notes. It's a very high-tech business, but the very low-tech Post-it notes.
Right?
Yep. When different guys come up, I have different things to add to the conversation. Here, Justin Morneau is third in the National League in fielding percentage among first basemen. So when Justin makes a nice play, I'm going to hand that to the announcers, and they're going to talk about it.
Let's talk about this guy.
Yep.
Okay.
The Rockies are facing a left-handed pitcher tonight. They are batting .272 against left-handers. That leads the best mark in the National League.
So a basic statistic, if you were just showing me some of the batting averages and some of these statistics that you came up with. Could you, for our viewers, do kind of an example calculation of something that you might...
Sure. A batting average is pretty much, it's the percentage of times you get on base safely by hitting the ball safely. You get a single, a double, a triple, or a home run. So let's say you've been up 100 times and you have 30 hits. You take 30 hits divided by 100 is .300.
So it's a ratio.
Your batting average is 300, that's considered very good.
Where did you go to school? What kind of schooling did you do in order to learn to do what you do?
I went to the University of Dayton in Dayton, Ohio. I was a broadcasting major.
You intended on going into television.
I did. I've always been a baseball junkie my whole life, so I was always into statistics for baseball in particular. I used to play a little dice rolling game when I was a kid with different cards, and I would keep statistics for every game. I would keep the box score, and I would total up everybody's batting average and their home runs and their RBIs after every imaginary game that I played. My mom used to yell at me to do my homework. Really, I was doing my homework. We just didn't know it at the time.
Just did it a little different way.
Yeah.
So what would you say that you used from high school, from your classes in
I use all of my math every day, all day. I do. And it's middle school, high school. Some of them are very basic percentages and formulas. Some of them are, when you're learning fractions and percentages, that's what baseball numbers, a lot of them are.
Do you do data collection during the game, or do you have other people that do that for you during the game?
I have a database. It's called StatsPass, is a company called Stats Inc., and they have a great database I can query all kinds of things from. So I use my computer skills for that as well. I also keep track during the game of a bunch of different things: the number of pitches the pitcher's thrown, how each team is batting with runners in scoring position. Okay. So I collect information along the way, and then there's a variety of other places on the internet I can use as well, as well as the printouts that I get before the games.
When you're collecting and analyzing this data, are you collecting it for all of baseball, specifically the Rockies, or specific players? How detailed are you getting?
Well, every time we have a series, a new team comes in, so I have to learn all about that team as well. So every game, I get ready for the Rockies and whoever they're playing. And we'll talk about season numbers But then every time a guy comes up to bat, that number changes. So if he was batting 327 against left-handers, and he was 0 for 1 his first time up, he got out, then we have to recalculate that.
Right.
So we're up to date.
How long have you been a statistician?
This is my 21st year of covering Major League Baseball.
Wow.
I've been here in Colorado for 18 years. For the first 5 years I was here in Colorado, I did the visiting team. Like the Arizona Diamondbacks are in town now. When they came to town, they needed somebody, so they would hire me. But the last 13 years, I've been here doing the Rockies home broadcasts.
So what advice do you have for students that may want to eventually become a sports statistician or do something along the lines of work you do?
You know, you have to pay attention to all your different classes. You don't know what you're going to use. You're probably going to wind up using a little of all of it. Even if you think the statistician is just going to be math-oriented, I have to use all kinds of things.
So do you think that you have an unfair advantage in fantasy baseball
I
leagues?
usually finish in the top 2 or 3.
So if you want to have a view of the Rocky Stadium or similar, something like Doug Marino, then of course pay attention in school and pay attention to Homework Hotline. We're here to help you remember, and thank you again, Doug Marino, for answering our questions today about your job.
Subscribe!
Come on, push the button.
You know you want to.
Do it.